Anderson nodded. Maggie is elderly. Working alone can be stressful. I shoved the contract at him. It states any violation means immediate termination. Anderson smiled weakly. Don't be so rigid. It's too late tonight. Let them stay one night, and I'll arrange for them to move out tomorrow. I laughed, exasperated. I'm back in my own home, and I have to give up a night for them. Carter chimed in. If you want to stay, just stay. We'll take the master bedroom. I turned to Mr. Brown. Property management is now witnessing my demand for these unauthorized persons to leave immediately. Mr. Brown looked troubled. You invited the housekeeper in. It's difficult for us to enforce removal. If you can't enforce it, I'll call the authorities. Carter yelled. Call them then. Who are you trying to scare? Maggie began to cry. I've been slaving away, and she calls the authorities to kick me out. I picked up my phone and dialed. Anderson's face changed. Don't involve them. There's no need. I looked at him. Now there is. 2 officers arrived. I showed them the contract, payment records, and messages, explaining the situation. The older officer, Miller, looked at Maggie. Are you the domestic worker? Maggie wiped her tears. Yes, she told me to leave the house to me, so I let my son stay for a couple of days. Officer Miller asked, how many days has your family been staying? Carter said, not many days. I interjected. The smart lock records show they arrived the 2nd day. Today is the 16th. Officer Miller looked at Carter. The owner doesn't agree, so you need to leave. Carter said, it's too late now. Officer Miller checked his watch. It's 9:40 p.m. That's not late. The daughter-in-law holding her child began to cry. The child has kindergarten tomorrow. Where are we going to go? I bit my tongue but couldn't help saying, is a kindergarten operating from my master bedroom? Maggie suddenly clutched her chest. I'm dizzy. I have high blood pressure. Officer Miller frowned. If you're not feeling well, call an ambulance. Maggie waved her hand. No, I'll be fine after resting. Anderson said to me, moving out tonight is unrealistic. Tomorrow morning, by a.m., I'll personally come supervise their departure. Officer Miller nodded. We'll write up a report. The family must vacate by a.m., and the service is terminated. Maggie reluctantly gave me a new password. I went inside and put the cat into its carrier. Maggie grew anxious. If you take the cat, how am I supposed to provide service? I turned back. You still remember service? I went to the study to get my documents. My passport and property deed were still there. The lock on the black storage cabinet hadn't been touched. Inside were my insured camera lenses and watches. They were safe, but the cameras in the living room were unplugged. Maggie said, the red light was creepy. I didn't bother to argue. I carried the cat carrier and dragged my suitcases out. I checked into a hotel. At the vet clinic, the doctor took one look at my cat and said it was dehydrated and had mild gastroenteritis. Its drinking and bathroom habits haven't been normal lately, have they? The doctor asked. Who was taking care of it? I said, someone I paid. The doctor sighed. We need to start an IV. I sat in the hospital corridor, watching my cat curled up in its cage. I paid $2,500 for peace of mind. What I got instead was a house full of strangers.